Go the Rams.
Adelaide to bring it out from their own line. And met by some very willing Auckland defence. And pushed back a couple of metres. Kieran Walters just goes from dubbing half to pick up Darren Doherty. 25 metres out from his own line.
As now the Adelaide Rams make their way out onto Marathon Stadium for the first time.
And welcome to wherever you're listening to the Rampage League podcast. My name is Darren and I'm joined, as I am every week, with Rolly. How are you, Rolly?
Yeah, good, Darren. It's good to be back at Brew Boys. Another lovely week in Adelaide. Perfect weather. Rugby League on the brain. I love it.
Oh, definitely. What a round of Rugby League we had last week.
Yeah, round 12 seems so long ago, but it wasn't really. We'll review it. It should be interesting to go through these games again. So on Thursday, we had the Bulldogs and the Dragons. The Bulldogs just smashed the Dragons. The Bulldogs impressed me 44 points to 12. The Bulldogs have the third best defence in the NRL, which you can tell with obviously the Dragons scoring 12 points. But 44 to 12, a massive win for the Dogs, big for their fans. Yeah, I was pretty impressed with the Dogs and their form lately. What's your thoughts, Darren?
Definitely. I think I tipped the Dragons last week, but I'm not that unhappy about the Bulldogs winning. Yeah, it was good. Very good win.
So Friday night we had the Cowboys in Townsville versus the West Tigers. I felt like the Cowboys just showed that they're just a bit better than the Tigers attack-wise. The Tigers are still missing a few players and they struggle. But yeah, the Cowboys are inconsistent, but they do have a good attack.
They do, definitely.
So the second game on Friday night was the mighty Manly Seagulls sold out at Brookvale versus the Dirty Storm. And Manly won, to my surprise, 26-20 after losing 4 straight. It was good to see a Manly victory.
Definitely. It's nice when you think your team you go for, you're hoping they win, but you're not sure, and then they surprise you with a win. It's really good when they do that.
And a big shout out to Hopewade on debut, who played really well. Another Hopewade in the NRL. There's so many Hopewades.
Yeah.
Oh, John Hopewade, he likes making kids, so well done to him. We move on to the Saturday game, and this was the Raiders versus the Roosters in Canberra. Beautiful Canberra weather, apparently. And the Roosters smashed the Raiders 44-16. I felt sorry for the Raiders. Home ground, good crowd, good weather, and they just got smoked.
They did, Robert. Definitely. Yes. Yeah.
Raiders. Anyway, the second game, this surprised me. A big win to the Panthers against the Sharks, who are on top of the ladder, one loss all year. And the Panthers just showed why they have won 3 premierships in a row. Without Cleary, and Jerome Luai just played amazing. Dylan Edwards played amazing. That's why obviously he's been selected for Origin. And the Sharks couldn't even get a try. Nico Hines went off injured. He's going to be apparently fine for Origin. I didn't see this coming at all. Did you? What was your thoughts, Darren?
And I just thought I didn't see this game, sadly, but was it just really good defence?
So the Sharks just seem to be making errors, too many errors. And
right.
Their possession was a lot one-sided. The Panthers had a lot of possession because of the Sharks' incompletions.
Okay.
And it just cost them. They just had too much defence, and then they just got really tired, and obviously holes opened up, and the Panthers just took advantage of it.
And just were away.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the last game on the Saturday was the two teams that have struggled, really. It was the Rabbitohs versus the Eels. Both teams have interim coaches. The Rabbits won 42-26, and I thought Jack White in the halves was a massive, massive boost for the Rabbits.
Oh, it was. Absolutely.
I felt sorry for Parramatta because I think Trent Barrett, Trent Barrett, he coached Manly. He left because he wasn't happy with the standards of equipment he had at Manly. He had to bring his own camp chairs or whatever.
Right.
He left Manly. I thought he was doing well at Manly when he left.
Yes.
Okay, and then he went to the Bulldogs.
Yes.
He went terrible there. Didn't have the squad he wanted, and now he's a Parramatta interim coach, not the team he wants, obviously, because he hasn't built the team. He's just taken over a team. Last week he didn't have many. This game he didn't have his 2 star players, Mitchell Moses and Clint Gustafson. So I feel for him because he's a good coach. Just seems to inherit teams that are not really up to standard. So we'll see how they go this round. But
we will, yes.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a soft spot for Trent Barrett. I think he's a good bloke. So we move on to Sunday. The Broncos at home on a Sunday, which is so weird. They usually play the Friday night against the Titans, and the Titans beat them 36-34. It was like a seesawing game. They'd score, then they'd score, and it'd be score for score.
Yep.
And it looked like at the end that the Broncos had scored, and that was it. They won, and then the Titans scored real late, and they won at 36-34. It's a big win for the Titans. against Big Brother.
Definitely. And that's the type of game we want to see. We don't really like to see a one-sided game, unless it's our team
Yeah,
winning.
you obviously want
But
your team to
this
win,
is-
but yeah, you want a contest, you know.
Oh, you do.
And it was a high-scoring contest and a really entertaining game.
Very.
Big shout out to Brian Kelly. I think he's amazing and has been playing really good this year. The last game of the round was the Wars versus the Dolphins, 24-20 in Auckland. The Warriors had a lot of players out. Fennell Blake gone. Yeah, they still haven't got RTS. They haven't got Sean Johnson. They had injuries everywhere, and they beat a Dolphins team that I thought would have won this with the squad they had, and it was 24-20.
Yes.
And I think this is going to help the Warriors hopefully build for the second half of the kind of the season. I would have loved to see what Hold the Ball would have had to say about this game.
Oh, so would I. Yeah, it was pity we didn't have him on tonight, but yeah,
Get him back hopefully next week. And then the Bye had a big game against Newcastle, so the Bye lost against Newcastle. So that was the review for round 12. So yeah, let's go for a quick break, and we'll come back with the rest of the Rampage League podcast.
Do you follow rugby league? Are you a passionate rugby league fan? Want to see a rugby league team in Adelaide? If you answered yes to these questions, then we want to hear from you. Here at the Rampage League podcast, we're looking for the next presenter, someone who will bring their passion and enthusiasm to the Rampage League podcast. Someone who wants a rugby league team back in Adelaide. For more info, send an email to producer Darren at admin@ozsportsonline.com.
that's right. If that's going to get you excited.
Yeah, Origin. State of Origin is exciting this time of year. You know it's going to be cold this time of year in Origin. That's basically the best part about winter is Origin, and that's about it. Not the cold, definitely not the cold.
No.
Obviously, last year having the game in Adelaide was amazing. Obviously, we haven't got a game here this year. Perth have stolen it. Bloody Perth. I'd love to have another Origin game in Adelaide. There's such a success last year. I want to go through the teams because I want to hear your thoughts, obviously, on
Yes.
the Dirty Blues, and I'll give you the thoughts on the Mighty Maroons.
Okay.
So you start off with your backs. So New South Wales, big change at the back. Dylan Edwards comes in for James Tedesco. James Tedesco he'd been in 11 series straight because since he debuted, and he's a great player. But Dylan Edwards has been knocking the door down, like probably the best player in the comp all year. He's leading the Daily M's at the moment, which I'll talk about later. What's your thoughts on James Tedesco getting sacked? Did he deserve to get sacked? Is it time for a change? What's your thoughts?
I don't know, but it's a bit hard because I'm a bit of a Tedesco fan.
Yeah,
and
me too. Teddy. So a few people that I know are fans of Teddy's bum. So it seems that every time James Tedesco plays for the Roosters, his shorts seem to fall down all the time. Like he might have a jawstring issue or too big. But the amount of times you see Teddy's bum on the TV, they might have to start blurring it out.
I think they might. Yes. Yes.
But yeah, Tedesco, he's a great player. I feel like last year he was a bit out of form, and then he found his form. The only thing I can really be critical with Teddy is he's a bit of a crab. What I mean is by that, he doesn't go forward. He kind of goes sideways around, like tries to find a gap, but goes sideways more than he goes forward.
Yes.
Where Dylan Edwards, he always seems to go forward, like always going forward instead of going sideways. It's not all players do it, but some players, you see them, especially backs, because they're scared a little bit.
Yeah.
They kind of get the ball, they run sideways, trying to look up for support, trying to look for gaps, and they're costing meters, you know. That's the only thing I say about Tedesco. Besides that, he is one of the best.
So which way, if you were playing rugby league, what would you do? Would you go forward or left or right?
So yeah, if I was a fullback, which I'll probably never be because I'm too slow. All right, but I'd love to be a fullback. It'd be great. So yeah, kick return and who's a good example? Turbo runs straight and hard, boom. And he always takes the big carries. And he always goes straight hard. Okay, he doesn't run sideways.
No.
Go back and just run as hard as you can into the line. And if you break through, you break through. If you tackle, quick play the ball. You're on the front foot. If you're going sideways, you're kind of going away from your support or going away from your dummy half. You know, I'm not a fan of the old crab run. Yeah. So, but yeah. It's a shame that Teddy's out because he's a really good player.
He is a very good player, definitely.
So your wingers, okay, Brian Toto, best winger in the game, best winger by far. Surprised, not really. He's been in good form. Zach Lomax, okay, he'd be on debut. Is he going to be nervous? His defence might be an issue. His height, maybe. Yeah, so that's interesting. What's your thoughts on the wingers? Happy with?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
they're pretty good.
Yes,
I think Addo-Carr maybe could have got Zach Lomax as well. Addo-Carr, I don't like him. I never liked him because he's stupid laugh, but I respect him as a player. He's a great player. Fast.
He is a very good player.
Takes the carries, runs straight.
Yep.
Good at intercepts. I watching some of the tries on Fox Sport. They had like a special on him. He's an intercept king. I feel like he should have played, and I don't like him, but I'm saying good things about him. So Hadokar should have made it. So your centres, okay, Stephen Crichton definitely deserved to be there.
Yes.
On the other centre is Joseph Swalei. Okay, he's going rugby union next year.
Oh, that would be a
So
loss to NRL and to the
yeah,
league.
he's on debut again.
Right.
I was thinking maybe Matt Burton should have got that spot.
Yes.
But yeah, Joe Swaley, I guess he's played well this year, so he deserves his spot. Your thoughts on your centres?
Yeah, I'm happy with
Happy?
Yeah. Yep.
So the halves was a big issue with Nathan Cleary being injured. Excuse me. Jerome Luai, since Cleary's been injured, has been playing amazing. And obviously Nico Hines has been injured every now and then, but the Sharks are on top of the ladder for a reason. And it's because of Nico Hines. So your halves are Jerome Luai, and Nico Hines. What's your thoughts on these two guys? They definitely deserve their spots, I thought.
I agree, yes. I was happy when I saw them being picked.
So your forward pack, okay. Payne Haas for the Broncos wouldn't have injured against Manly with a toe injury and then miraculously came back and finished the game.
Yes.
Last week. And the captain, Jake Trbojevic from Manly.
Yes.
I think that is the best thing New South Wales have done. Jake Trbojevic, he is a football player. He bleeds for his team, for Manly and for his state and for his country. I think him as a captain, he should be a captain. Like they should be joint captains at Manly. He's just got that presence. He like I've seen videos of him when he was younger. Even he'd lose and he'd be so devastated.
Yep.
Be upset. Where other players, they lose, they go up to the other team, have a chat. Hey, mate, good to see you play well. Like, don't really care. They lost.
Yeah.
Jake takes it personally. He's there to win 100%.
Yep. Oh, absolutely.
So, and him in the front row, he'll be a different kind of front row. But I'm worried about that. I'm worried about Jake because he's a great player. So
yes,
look forward to seeing him in blue, but not so much. Okay, so Reece Robson is your hooker. Okay, I think Api Coruscant missed out. Okay.
Yeah, I would have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Reece Robson, I don't really, to be fair, really know a lot about him because he's a cowboy and I don't really care about them. But I think Api's a proven premiership winner.
Yes.
Played for his country, Fiji, and played good in Origin and don't think he deserved to be dropped. But hey, maybe they need some fresh blood. Maybe Api's getting a bit old.
Yep.
Your back row, Liam Martin. Apparently, Liam Martin is the most stinkiest player in rugby league. Just a fun fact. Apparently, he stinks. So there you go. That might be why they picked him because you don't want to touch him because he stinks.
No.
Angus Crichton as well. He's in the second row, and your lock is Cameron McGuinness. I feel like Isaiah should have been the lock, and they should have put Cameron McGuinness off the bench.
Yes, yeah.
But they've kind of changed that. So Yo's on the bench. I can't say them. Alakawatu. I know his last name. Okay, Manly player. He deserves his spot. He's been great for 3 or 4 years.
Absolutely.
Spencer Leniu, he is muscle off the bench. A former Panther player, now playing for the Roosters. And Hudson Young, another solid back row who's aggressive, and you need that in Origin.
Right.
18th man, Matt Burton, I thought should have been in the team. Luke Keary, 19th man. I think he's going to be there just in case Nico Hines gets injured because he's been injured he's got niggles.
Yes.
And Mitch Barnett, Warriors player, he's been playing well too, so he's on the reserve as well. So I don't think any of them will get in, but it's good to have just in case. Then we'll go through the real team. The team that dominates Origin every year. Now I've said that, I've put the jinx on them and they'll get flogged. All right. So I'll just give you my thoughts. You can add 2 cents if you want. I probably don't really care. It's Queensland. So Reece Walsh, the best looking guy in NRL at the fullback. He's perfect eyebrows, beautiful man, in great form for the Broncos. The wing, Xavier Coates and Murray Talangi. Okay, Xavier Coates, he's good under the high ball.
Yes.
So you can kick to his wing and he will outjump your wingers. Murray Talangi, Cowboy player. Very, very, very strong player. Very strong. Goodies coming at his own end of the half. Mm-hmm. In the centres, Valentine Holm and Hamia Tawala, the Hammer, we'll call him, because I can't say his name. Val Holmes, getting a bit old, but he's in good form. And Hammer has been amazing for the Dolphins. He could put Hammer at fullback. He could play anywhere in the back line.
Yes.
So the big out for Queensland is obviously Cameron Munster's gone. He's out for the whole series. So Tom Dearden comes in from the Cowboys, and he played last year Origin 3. He played well. So him and Cherry Evans, obviously Cherry Evans is the captain. It's a good halves pairing. That's where I think that's going to be won and lost, the halves, because you got Jerome and Nico Hines versus Tim Dearden and Cherry Evans. Cherevins has a really good kicking game. Nico Hines has a pretty good kicking game, but
Yep.
Jerome Luai, I wouldn't say he's a strong kicker, but Tom Dearden's a better kicker. So
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
We'll go to the forwards. Forwards for the Mighty Maroons, Ruben Cotter from the Cowboys and Lindsay Collins. Okay, I don't remember last year, Lindsay Collins, okay, out jumped James Tedesco and scored a try.
Oh, wow, right.
So I think most Queenslanders, they kind of step up when they play Origin. And that's a good front row. Ruben Cotter and Lindsay Collins. Ben Hunt is the hooker, and he's solid. He's solid Origin player. Really, last series, I think he's almost man of the series, if not, if he didn't get it. Back row, Jaden Sewer and Jeremiah Nanai from the Cows, and Pat Carrigan locks the scrum. Pat Carrigan is an Origin player. Besides his terrible haircut, he's a great player. So Harry Grant apparently is injured at training today. Sorry, he was sick. He was crook, so he didn't play. He didn't train today. So it's a little question mark if he's going to be okay. Fodawaker, Jerome Hopgood and Son Cobbo. So Hopgood and Cobbo are both on debut. Cobbo on the bench. It's a bit interesting because they've already got Harry Grant on the bench. I don't know why they need another back because obviously Harry Grant's going to play hooker, but
yes, yeah.
they don't need a back on the bench. Maybe they might put him in the back row as a bit of explosive player. And then the reserves, Kafusi. I think he should have been in the 17, but he's been. Ezra Mann, he's kind of their case. He's a future Origin player. So both teams look pretty good. There's no really, except for Tedesco and Adokar for the Blues. I don't think. Oh, actually, for Queensland, the one big out for Queensland was David Fafita.
Right. Yes.
He didn't get picked, and he's been good lately too. I don't know why they didn't pick him, but Billy Slater said, "All right, well,
well, how about we hear from the coaches?"
Yeah.
And yep,
I'll see what they can say.
Yes. Start off with we'll start off with Queensland.
The best first, I reckon. Yeah.
Oh.
Bombshells are being dropped ahead of Game 1 of the State of Origin. Ooh, you can smell it, can't you? With Queensland coach Billy Slater dropping back rower David Fafita from the squad. Maroons assistant coach Jonathan Thurston joins us now live in Brisbane to discuss this and more, wearing his nice Maroons jumper there. G'day, JT. Good to see you. Fafita leading the Titans to go to an upset victory over the Broncos. Couple of points in that one. It wasn't enough to impress Billy, though. Fafita misses out.
Yeah, that's right. I've got no doubt in my mind that Dave will be back in the Maroon side in the not too distant future. But, Billy's picked a very strong side to lead us into Game 1. So we have full faith in the team that he's picked. And, it's all about the preparations and getting them right.
Yeah, that's it. Tom Dearden, he's coming in for Cameron Munster. A lot of pressure on him. Parramatta's Jermaine Hopgood. I watched him a lot play at Penrith, doing great stuff at Parramatta. Expect big things from him, right?
Yeah, he's had an outstanding start to the year, Jermaine Hopgood, and that's why he's in the team. He does all the little things right that Billy looks for. So, we just want our boys to go out there and play their game, and if they can do that, then we'll put us in good stead.
Yeah, what about the Blues, though? They've dropped a few bombshells of their own. Tedesco dropped 22 straight games for the Blues. They brought in Dylan Edwards at fullback. Are you worried? Are you scared, JT?
Yeah, look, that's probably the biggest news that came out of the Blues camp is Dylan Edwards, and congratulations, obviously making his debut. So I think there's 6 debutants that Madge has picked, so we'll do our due diligence and prepare the best that we can for the opposition. But the main focus is all about us and getting our backyard right.
Yeah, what about Nico Hines? Good to see him in the Blues jumper, right?
Yeah, look, he's been playing fantastic footy over the last couple of years, so he's earned another recall into the Blues side, and we know that he's got a great kicking game. He gets the boys around the park well. So, if we give him room to move, then he'll certainly make us pay.
Exactly right.
Yes, and that was JT talking about the Maroons. And before we go to Michael Guy, well, what are your thoughts on what JT had to say?
Yeah. But first of all, I love JT's laugh. He's a Queensland legend. He knows what he's talking about. I feel like we said a lot of the same things. Queensland, obviously all their players are informed. They've picked a good team. Fafita didn't make it. I'm really happy with the team. I'm happy with both teams. I think it's going to be a really good series. I think it's going to be a lot closer than previous series.
Yes.
I feel like it's a knife edge. Anyone can win it. It's not like a standout like, oh, New South Wales are going to flog them, Queensland are going to flog them. It's going to be close. It's exciting. It's looking forward to next week when it's on. It's going to be really exciting. And yeah, obviously Tedesco out is sad for New South Wales because he's played 22 games in the series.
Yes.
The captain, but you got to give someone else a go. And Dylan Edwards is, I think he's been the best player. You've said it before, just then. So yeah. It's just going to be a great game, and yeah, I'd like to hear what the New South Wales coach has to say.
Okay, here we go. This is Michael Maguire.
It was tough, but I understand why James, the person he is, he was excellent actually. I got utmost respect for Teddy. He's done everything in the game, and I'll hold what he said to me, but I can understand why he's going to go down as one of the champions of the game, and he's still got plenty of footy in front of him too. So, but it was a real credit to that conversation, and obviously moving forward now.
Did he say he still wants to play in that role?
We didn't get into those details, and as I said, I'll sort of keep those things to myself. But as I said, he's a champion of the game, and he's playing some good footy. So it was a big decision and a great decision. And obviously, when you come to Dylan, he's a player that's been playing at the highest level. He's played in 4 grand finals. We all know his stats, and he's won 3. And I think he's probably one of the most consistent players that I've seen for a long, long time, over a long period of time. And I just felt from my gut that it was the right time to give Dylan the opportunity to play. And I'm really, really happy and confident that he's going to come in and do really well.
Mate, what's the latest on first half? Are you confident that he'll be able to get through the stress?
Yeah, I've got some really good staff, obviously with me, and they're in continual communication with the Sharkies staff as well. So had a scan yesterday. It looks really good. There's no further damage. I think it actually looked better. So I think he's got through that now, and obviously I'll talk to my staff over the next couple of days and work out how we go about his training. But the conversation I had with him yesterday, one being extremely excited about the fact that he was in the team, which was a pretty special phone call in itself. He's ready to go, and I've spoken to a lot of players over the last couple of months, and you're faced with many different scenarios of what the team may or may not be. I'm really super confident with how Nico's been, and just listening to his conversations of what he's actually faced over his career and what he's learnt. I'm really looking forward to how he comes into camp, and he's a leader. I reckon he'll hit the ground running on day one. Is what we're working towards. But yeah, we're really confident where he's at. He'll be able to train from day one.
Turn the second.
Probably what everyone else was. But look, I've just learned to take it as it comes in this role. Plenty of people have told me you decide your team basically when it was at 4:30 yesterday or 5 o'clock yesterday. And that's exactly what I did. And as I said, because I've spoken to so many players, the wider squad, which we sat in this room and we actually spoke about that what happens in the Origin arena could be anyone at any time. And we've seen that over the years on many occasions where someone's come in and performed and become one of the all-time greats of the blue jersey. So that to me is what we discussed. And obviously, you see someone potentially go down, but I also know that I've got some great people. And the squad, I'm really, really happy with my squad. I've watched a lot of those players, watched pretty well every single one of their games. I did talk about when I was going to pick the team that I wanted them in form. And that's really a lot of what I see all those players across how I look at the game. They're all in really good form, and just the confidence in how they're talking and what they're saying. That gives me real confidence in what we're going to do this week.
That was Michael Maguire, of course, the coach of the New South Wales Blues.
The Blues. So how about we go for a quick break, Darren, and come back with the ladder watch.
Right.
Awesome content on the Sports Drive on Sports Radio. Excited to promote your fantastic product or service? Reach out to our amazing Sports Radio sales team by dropping us an email at admin@ausportsonline.com. We can't wait to collaborate with you. For all of your rugby league news and results from the NRL and South Australian Rugby League, listen to Rampage League podcast every Tuesday on Mixler.com from 6 p.m. to 7:30.
Yes, and that's where you'll find us every Tuesday live. And of course, we're coming live from the Brew Boys Brewery, located down in West Croydon in South Australia.
Beautiful South Australia. Beautiful South Australia. So, yeah, we'll crack on with the ladder watch. The Sharks are still on top of the ladder, even though they had their loss to Penrith. Penrith are now second. The Storm dropped after the loss to Manly. The Dolphins still in top four. The Roosters have climbed up to fifth. Broncos are now sixth. Knights are seventh, and the Raiders are in the eighth. Is there any team that's really stood out to you in the top eight, Darren, besides the Sharks?
Not really, no.
So I'd say that the team that surprised me the most, well, that's not stand out, but surprised me is the Raiders.
Yep.
The Raiders and Newcastle. Newcastle without
Yes.
Caleb
Now I
Bonner.
think, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
The rest are kind of, I seem like they should be there. You go outside the eight. So ninth is the Mighty Manly Seagulls. The Dogs are 10th. The Cowboys 11th. The Dragons. Then the Wars. The Titans are 14th. Parramatta 15th. The Tigers 16th. And the Bunnies are last. Out of the bottom eight, I feel like the Warriors, the Cowboys, and Manly, if they don't have injuries, possibly the Bulldogs can kind of pull themselves into the top eight.
Right, okay. Yep.
I feel like, yeah, the poor Eels, the poor Tigers, and the Rabbits are gone for the year. I think even the Warriors, if they get on a roll, I think they can make it. And obviously the Cowboys, they've got a good attacking team. The Bulldogs have a good defensive team, which you need. You need obviously a good defensive team. If you can't defend, you're not going to win any games.
No,
And
no.
obviously Manly, I'm always going to have a soft spot for Manly. If you look at the Manly team, they've got a good team on paper, even with Turbo out. So, yeah, what's your thoughts? Do you think the Warriors, the Cowboys, the Manly can make the top eight?
I think there's a chance, yeah. Yep. We've seen some really good wins from those teams. I think they can slot themselves in and to the top eight.
I feel like after Origin will give us more of a clear picture of where everyone stands.
Absolutely.
People are going to have people out for Origin. There's going to be injuries. After Origin, I think will give us kind of a guide of who's going to make it, who's still got a chance for the eight, and obviously who's gone. Yeah, so how about move on with the preview? It's going to be a short preview because it's a split round because of Origin. So the bye has a lot to do this round. So we start off Thursday night. It's first place 15th. So it's the Sharks versus Parramatta. The big ins for Parramatta, they've got their captain back, Clint Gutherson, Mitchell Moses is back, and Ryan Madison's back. Okay, the only player they have out for Origin is Hopgood. He's gone for Origin. The Sharks are missing Cameron McGuinness and Nico Hines. They welcome back Braden Trindle and Toby Rudolph. So this is going to be interesting because I feel like Nico Hines is such a big part of the Sharks.
Yes.
And having a few big players back for the Parramatta Eels, they might spring an upset here and beat the team that's on top of the ladder. What's your thoughts, Darren? Do you think Parramatta have a chance, or do you think the Sharks are just too good this year?
I think that was only a blip on the radar for the Sharks. So I think the Sharks will come back this week, and I think that not even scoring a try or a penalty goal, I think this is what they need, and I think they'll spring back.
They did need a loss, didn't they? So
they do, yeah.
So the Friday night game is Newcastle, who have surprised me, versus the Bulldogs. Okay, the big outs. Bradman Best is out for Newcastle. The Bulldogs have Matt Burton out for Origin, Stephen Crichton out for Origin, and Viliame Kikau with a broken finger. So that's three of their best players out for the Bulldogs. So it's a tough one to pick because the Bulldogs have just got their defense is what's winning their matches, and I feel like they're going to win it. I've just got a tingle. I think the Bulldogs win. That's a nice looking hoodie. I've got that hoodie at home. See that guy there? He's got the hoodie with the pizza hoodie. I've got that exact same one. That keeps you warm. And the Ugg boots on too. He's got Ugg boots on as well.
Oh, very nice. That's what you need in cold weather. Yes.
A cold winter.
Definitely.
Have you got Ugg boots?
I have Ugg boots, but I can't say I have an awesome hoodie like that.
That is awesome. Yeah. I don't have Ugg boots. I need to get Ugg boots, don't I?
You do. Yes.
In SA, I need Ugg boots. I haven't had Ugg boots since I was a kid. I used to have Manly Seagull Ugg boots.
Oh, wow.
So maybe.
Were they the burgundy ones?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So that completely kicked me from the game. Yeah, don't see a guy wearing a pizza Oddie, I think they're called. Much, yeah. So yeah, Bulldogs. I think will win that. Do you think the Bulldogs? Do you think Newcastle?
I'm going Newcastle.
Newcastle at home too in Newcastle. Okay, Saturday at 5 o'clock, it's the Penrith Panthers versus the Dragons. So there's a lot of players out for this game. This might be a bit hard to tip. So the Panthers, they lost Brian To'o, Dylan Edwards, Zayo, Jerome Luai, Lee Martin, and Matt Eisenhuth, who's injured. Okay. The Dragons, Ben Hunt, Hum Sueli, Jack Bird, Jaden Stewart, and Zach Lomax. So there's a lot of players out. The players coming in for the Panthers. So at fullback, I don't know if you know much about Dane Laurie. Okay, he played for the Panthers and he went to the West Tigers. Okay, and the Panthers won their premiership. All right, the first time they won the premiership.
Yep.
He was spotted partying with the Panthers players wearing a Panthers jersey when they won the cup, but he's playing for the Tigers, so he got a bit of trouble for that.
I'd say he would.
And now he came back to the Panthers, and he's a good player. He deserves first grade, but obviously there's no room for him. There's too many good players. He gets his chance at fullback.
Yes.
Jesse McLean comes onto the wing. Brad Schneider's back at 7. He's a good player.
Yep.
Underrated. The forward pack for Panthers still pretty good. You've got obviously James Harris, Moses Leota, but a lot of players out for the Panthers. Where you look at the Paul Dragons, yeah, they're just missing that Ben Hunt is a big.
Yes.
Zach Lomax has been in great form.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to say after talking all that crap, I'm going to say the Dragons are going to win 1-12.
Okay.
What's your thoughts?
I'm going to Panthers.
Panthers out at home.
Yep. So
the second game on Saturday is the Dolphins versus the Raiders. The Dolphins, top 4 team. I'm actually going to go for the Dolphins. I won't tip them yet. I'll wait for my tip. But the Dolphins for my little nephew Ali, hopefully he's listening. He's young. He's 5, I think. He's 5.
Cool.
If I got that wrong, my sister will give me shit if I get his age. I think he's 5, but he's a little legend and he goes for the Dolphins. So yeah, we'll look at the teams now, and then I'll make my decision on the tip. Okay, so obviously Kafusi's out and the Hammer's out for the Dolphins, and Hudson Young's out for the Raiders. Dolphins welcome back Milford and Jared Wallace. So yeah, they've got a good team. Yeah, I think they've got. I'm looking at their team now. I think they've got a better team than the Paul Raiders. Yeah, the Raiders. They're still missing. I think they're missing Jamal Fogarty. He's still injured.
Right. Okay.
So I'm going to tip Dolphins. I'm going to Dolphins are going to smash them up at Redcliffe. I think it'll be 13 plus. Sorry, Raiders fans. Sorry, Mido. Sorry, Raiders fans. So, what's your thoughts? Do you think Raiders? Do you think Dolphins? I'm from Canberra and I tipped against the Raiders.
What's with that? And Dolphins, I'll go with you.
That's the first one you'd agree with me. Tipping home teams this week. Okay, so the last game of the round is the Roosters versus the Cowboys. Okay. There's a whole lot of players out for this game. Let me go through the outs. Okay, so Angus Crichton, Eden Butcher, Swally, Lindsay Collins, Spencer Lenny. That's for the Roosters.
Right.
For the Cowboys, Nanai, Talangi, Robson, Cotter, Dearden, Holmes. It's a lot of outs.
It is. Yes.
And you still look at the Roosters team. They've still got Tedesco at fullback. They've still got their halves. They've got their spine intact. They've still got a good front row. I just think they'll win at home because I just don't think the Cowboys have been consistent this year. They're missing Val Holmes. They're missing some key players. Cotter. And yeah, I think the Roosters will win, and I think they'll win pretty easily. What's your thoughts, Darren?
Well, on my notes, I've gone for Cowboys.
Cowboys? Yeah, why not? Why not? I could put a cheeky bet. They're paying $5, so
well, that's pretty good. Yeah. Yep.
And the Warriors have the bye. The West Tigers have the bye, which they need badly. The Storm have the bye. The Broncos, the Rabbits, the Titans, and the Manly Seagulls have the bye. So it's a quiet week because of Origins on Wednesday.
That's it.
But it should be good. Enough games to keep interested.
Absolutely. Yes.
So I want to talk about something, Darren. All right.
Okay.
The Daily M. I feel like Daily M is from previous years. You don't always get the best player win the Daily M. Okay,
right.
So Nico Hines won a few years ago.
Yep.
What's that bloke's name? Jack White won. Didn't think he was the best player. But this year, I think the best player at the moment is leading the Daily M. So Dylan Edwards, amazing.
Right.
He's leading the Daily M on 39 points. Okay. Nico Hines is second on 30 points, and DC Cherries is third.
Ooh, right.
Zio is fourth on 24 points, and then Tedesco is there on 23 points. I just feel like like sometimes your best player in your team gets all your points. If you're a team that hasn't got many superstars,
It's not, yeah.
Your one player gets all your points all the time and gets all the points. If you're a team like the Roosters or the Storm, heaps of good players, your players don't get the points because your other players are taking points off you.
That's
So I
right.
felt like when Nico Hines won that daily, I might be wrong. He got all the points because there's no one else around him that was doing anything really. So he wasn't the best player. He was the best player in his team, but he wasn't the best player in the comp.
No.
So I mean, at Turbo won a few years ago, he was the best player in the comp. I think at the moment, the best player in the comp is Dylan Edwards, and he deserves to be up there.
Yes.
And he obviously deserves his spot in the New South Wales team. So congratulations to Dylan Edwards.
Definitely. And this is the equivalent to the Brownlow in the Aussie rules.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Do they get points during State of Origin, or is it only
Just club games? Yeah, just club games.
Right. Okay.
They've changed the scoring system this year, I'm pretty sure, or last year, to make it more fair. Because it wasn't a bit fair for you. As I said, the best player wasn't really good. I think Nathan Cleary should have won it last year. The year before, he's been great. Obviously injured at the moment. Hopefully he comes back. Hamstrings are always hard to get back from.
They are, yes.
But at the moment, Dylan Edwards is the best player and deserves to be up there, and obviously deserves to be in New South Wales. And looking forward to seeing how he plays Orange because he's won 3 premierships. He's been in 4 grand finals.
Yep.
How's he going to go in Origin? I think he'll go well.
Yes.
Yeah. What else do you want to talk about, Darren? You want to talk about anything else while we're here?
Well, I guess since next week's show, next Tuesday's podcast falls the day before State of Origin on the 5th of June, what's the Wednesday, well, I was thinking that we could have a total State of Origin themed podcast for next week.
That sounds amazing.
And so what we'd like to see is as many people rock up to the Brew Boys Brewery at 151 Regency Road, West Croydon, in either your blues or maroon gear, or if you don't have any of either of those colours, your normal club team. But we would love to see so many people down here and
support your team, support your who you're going to go for an Origin. I'll be wearing my Queensland jersey. I have to pick which one I have. I've got about 7 of them. Yeah, I'll be wearing my Queensland. I know you'll be wearing your Blues gear.
Yes.
It'd be exciting just to preview Origin, get everyone pumped up, have a few beers at the Brew Boys. The Brew Boys Brewery is a great place to hang out. They've got a pool table. They've got everything you need. Ping board machines. People wearing hoodies. People in Ugg boots, people with mullets, people with great beards. That's a good beard there. There we go.
Yeah, definitely.
I wish I could grow a beard, eh? Oh.
Yeah.
Grow a beard, Darren.
I should, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. What's that, Ned Kelly in a beard?
Oh, yes, yes.
Kelly beard, yeah.
Yes.
Or Murph Hughes, the old handlebars.
Oh, yes. Yep. And Booney and
yep. Flanders beard. Oh, Mo, that could have come back.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's so it'll be between 6 and 7:30. Come down for some great bevies and some real yummy food, and just be part of our State of Origin podcast.
I'll bring down some stickers, and we might have a trivia, Origin trivia.
I think we should definitely.
See if anyone in the crowd can answer some questions.
Yes, yep. I'll go down with my microphone down into the crowd, and yes, yep.
That'd be good.
Well, let's put it this way: if we get enough people here, and we do the quiz, I'll put up a prize.
More prize.
Yep, a Rebels voucher, a Rebel Sport voucher.
Yeah, I'm going to win that prize. I can't play. Yeah. Oh,
yep.
I can smell the food now. I'm really hungry.
Oh, yes.
Burgers. Oh, they look really good.
They do.
Toast both buns. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yes.
We're just making 4 burgers. Okay, let's watch her. What's she doing here? All right, so the cheese is out. That looks American cheese.
Mm.
Oh, I'm so hungry, eh?
Yes,
that's like a good burger, eh? Like, if you make a good burger, you're set. Grilling the cheese on the grill plate. That looks really good.
That's how you make a real burgers.
Yeah. The cheese on the bun. What's that? What's she got on the grill plate? Is that onion? I can't even see.
I think it might be onions. Yes. Yep.
Good onions. I love good onions. So back when I was young, I used to eat sandwiches, all right, just with onion and barbecue sauce on it.
Oh, yum.
And now I'm obviously older. I haven't done it, but I'd love to just have an onion and just melted cheese, barbecue sauce,
Oh, yes.
or even like a toasted sandwich. Oh, man, I'm really hungry. And but their burgers look amazing.
Definitely. I go to my local Bunnings quite regularly on weekends and
Yeah.
get a sanger on a piece of bread and barbecue sauce
So funny
and
story about
onions.
that,
And
Darren. I have never in my whole life had a Bunnings snag. So people say I'm not Australian because I haven't had a Bunnings snag. So obviously I've gone to Bunnings. I go to Bunnings a lot. And they've got their little setup with their Bunnings snag with the onions, if they stick
yep,
in their
yep.
sauce, whatever. And I've never had one.
Oh, no. Oh,
I must do it.
one last topic
Yeah.
is talking about Bunnings. I'll bring that up in a sec. And we're still looking for members to join our Jumbuck Army Adelaide Rams formation committee. We're trying to get a good selection of people for our committee so we can start to, I guess, put pen to paper and come
Yeah.
up with a business case that we can take to NRL, SA, maybe the state government and maybe the NRL to
Yeah.
start to get the ball rolling for talks to begin for a Adelaide Rugby League team in
Yes.
the NRL.
So if you want to join the Jumbuck Army on Facebook, it's a private group, so you have to find us. That's the hardest thing.
That's it,
So it's called
yes.
Adelaide Ram Supporters, the Jumbuck Army. Okay, you search that, you'll come up. You have to answer a couple of questions, so you don't know if you know that you're real, like who are the Adelaide Rams, who is the captain, or something. At the moment we've got 583 members,
Wow, that's excellent.
so we've got a fair few members, and obviously the more members we get, more people get interested, get into that. Obviously sign the petition and then get into the committee to get a team. So we're talking about it weeks ago that we need to, if we want to be serious, we can't just be random people talking about getting a team. We need to get a committee, make it professional, get out a plan, go to NRL, SA, and actually have a discussion instead of just going on. We want a team because we want a rugby league team. We have to have a reason. We have to have like a plan.
Yes.
And obviously we've got that started. We've got a few people interested at the moment.
Yes.
More people the merrier. We'd love obviously sponsorship or something, or even just more people listen to the podcast so we get more people interested in rugby league.
Absolutely, for sure.
Come down to Brew Boys, watch us live.
Yeah, yep.
Wear your pajamas if you want. I don't care. Yeah, your PJs with your hoodies and your slippers. Just be comfortable. Yeah,
Definitely.
too. Wear your basketball gear from St. Paul, number 48. There he is, just there.
Oh, cool. Oh, yes.
He's been playing basketball and he's come down and I think he's about 10. So he's not having a beer, but he'll have something.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes, yeah. So we're looking at having a meeting next week, and
yes.
But if you miss joining before then, we'll be having probably monthly meetings, and
yep, it's gonna be good.
Mm.
So just a random one. I'd love to hear from anyone who actually has any merchandise from the Rams from back in 97, 96, 98 kind of area, that kind of. If anyone has any merchandise, go onto our socials, inbox, send us a photo of anything you have.
Oh, yes.
So we obviously have the Facebook page, Bring Back the Rams. We've got the Rampage League podcast Facebook page. We've got the Instagram, Bring Back the Rams Instagram page.
Yep.
So you can find us and just send us, like you're wearing a hat or a jersey or a pin or a pair of socks or. Because I'm not really sure how much merchandise came out back in that's so long ago.
It was, yes. And
around
it's not that I look for other teams that are no longer in the NRL, but I do try to keep an eye out for Rams, and it just seems to be really hard pieces to get.
So yeah, I bought a few things. I've got a backpack. I've got some like schooner glasses.
Yep.
I've got, what else did I get? I've got like some pictures. So I've gone frame. I think that's all about. And I just go on eBay, which I'm just checking now. See if there's anything on eBay.
Yep.
What eBay? Adelaide Rams. Okay. So they've got a medallion here from 97, Shearers Club.
Wow.
$48.
Oh, wow.
That's nice, eh?
That is nice.
They've got all this, a Rams Shearers Club hat.
Oh, wow. That's great.
98 hat. If they want $100, I might actually put that to my like list. That looks really nice. A scarf.
Ooh.
Holy. That looks good, doesn't it?
It does.
A Ram scarf. Put that on there to watch this as well. This is all new stuff that's come up.
Wow.
There's another Shearer's one. That's $35.
Yep.
I got a jacket. I've actually got that jacket.
Oh, excellent.
That's $60, size small. Another keyring.
Yes.
So
Yep.
I love this one, but I can't pay $90 for a beanie.
No.
But look at that. Looks good, doesn't it?
It does.
90, $80 plus delivery for a Rams beanie. Another Rams hat, $70.
Oh, yes.
And then that's about really all it is. Like, there's some pictures. Another one. This guy wants $175 for his beanie.
Wow. Right.
Tell him he's dreaming, eh?
Yeah.
We'll go back to that beanie.
But no, if you own any merchandise, as Rolly says, go on to our socials and send us a pic. And
That's just that must do us for today, Darren.
I think so. Yes, I think we've exhausted everything. Yes.
Yeah. We'll have to come back next week with massive Origin preview. We'll review obviously the shortened round.
Yes.
I'm sure there'll be some other stuff we can talk about.
Definitely.
I'm thinking I might have to get a burger next week, and actually I'll review the burger live on air.
I think we should, yes.
And then we'll do the trivia after. I'll have barbecue sauce run down my face, and we'll do the trivia.
Okay, sounds good.
So all four have had a burger.
Wow.
Yeah, we're getting burgers next weekend.
Okay.
Next Tuesday, not weekend.
Yep, right.
Thanks, guys, for joining us for the Rampage League podcast. I'm Rolly. You're Darren.
Thank you, yes.
Bring back the Rams. Enjoy Rugby League, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Go the Rams.
Adelaide to bring it out from their own line. And met by some very willing Auckland defence. And pushed back a couple of metres. Kieran Walters just goes from dubbing half to pick up Darren Doherty. 25 metres out from his own line.
As now the Adelaide Rams make their way out onto Marathon Stadium for the first time.